Friends, I am Vinod Chandran. Today we are going to talk about type 1 and type 2 errors. This is a part of hypothesis testing in which we use sample to infer a population parameter where certain risks or errors are involved. Now in this video we will discuss meaning of these errors with a universal example, importance in the context of our work environment, and how to minimize these errors. If one refers to a statistical quality control book, the definition for type 1 and type 2 errors are something like this. Type 1 error, rejecting a null hypothesis when it is true. It's a conditional probability. The probability of type 1 error is also known as an alpha error or producer's risk. And a type 2 error fails to reject a null hypothesis when it is false. Again, a conditional probability. The probability of type 2 error is also known as a beta value or a consumer's risk. A bit confused, right? Now let us see how we can explain it better. Take a scenario of the trial in a court. The court usually starts the case by considering the accused or suspect as innocent. That means court is considering all are equal. This is called null hypothesis or status quo. The accused would be declared as convict or guilty only when evidences are supporting his crime. This is called alternate hypothesis or challenging the status quo. Now let us see what are the type 1 and type 2 error in this case. If a court of law declares an innocent as guilty when actually he is innocent, as the evidences are not sufficient to prove his innocence, the above judgment is called type 1 error. Yeah, innocent but locked up. On the other hand, court of law declares a guilty as innocent when actually he is a guilty due to lack of evidences to prove his crime. The judgment is called a type 2 error. Hope all are getting a feel of it. Let us see how it can be explained in our work environment. It is commonly observed that a product rejected by quality team after inspecting or testing it, when it is actually a okay, maybe due to any of the following reasons. That means it is a okay part, but our quality team is rejecting that due to maybe some of the following reasons. The sample size selected is for testing is too low. The spec given it is too stringent in the drawing when actually it could have a relaxed tolerance. A measurement error due to a faulty instrument. The person doing testing having a lack of understanding of the spec, etc. etc. And because of this reason, we keep the whole lot rejected, and sometimes it goes to a scrap, which is leading to a producer's risk or manufacturer's risk, is known as type 1 error. In statistical parlance, the p-value is low, hence reject the null hypothesis when it is true. On the other hand, it is also observed that a product is accepted by quality team after inspecting or testing it, getting rejected at customers or client's end due to following factors. But in this case, if you see the part is actually not okay, but our quality team is accepting it, maybe due to some of the following reasons. The sample selected for testing is too low, hence it could not detect the deviations of the lot. The spec given is too open in the drawing and it should have a tighten tolerance. A measurement error due to faulty instrument. The person doing testing having lack of understanding of spec or drawing, insufficient test facilities to capture the all parameters. Because of this, we accept the product and send to customer site, leading to a consumer's risk, which is known as type 2 error. In statistical uh, language, it is called the p-value is high, hence fail to reject the null hypothesis when it is false. Now let us have a recap of what are we discussed so far in a simple way. Here the HO is true, that means the null hypothesis is true, that means the part is okay, and we are rejecting the HO, that means we are rejecting the part. This is called a type 1 error, and it is also called as a producer's risk. The second case is part is not okay, that means HO is not okay, and we are rejecting that, which is a correct decision. Coming to the second case, we are accepting the null hypothesis when the null hypothesis is true. That means the product is okay and we are accepting that. So it is a correct decision. And the second case, part is actually not okay, but we are accepting it and sending it to customers. This is called a type 2 error, or it is called a consumer's risk. Now let us see how we can minimize these errors. Though type 1 error and type 2 errors are inversely proportional, there are some common elements to minimize this. Increase the sample size as much as possible, a better understanding of the spec, get good measurement system, a skilled quality engineer. So thank you friends for watching this video. If you have any queries, please send a mail to vinodus20140504 at gmail.com.